So it kind of defeated the purpose that it was trying to have. And I understand. They were going after vulgarity, profanity, just disgusting crap that some bands sing. That's not what I say. But you know what? At the end of the day, free speech is free speech. You don't want to hear it, just flip the station. As long as it's not being like shoved down kids' throats, it's no different than what I'm saying now by screaming a song, screaming the lyrics Trump won, and you're getting censored for that, you're getting shut down for that. You know, um, Wait, this is interpretive art. Isn't all music interpretive art? You know, I mean, after that, I just, it took me a while to get back up and keep doing it and writing more songs. But I left a message for Jeff Deal, and over a month later, he meets me. And I go up to him, I tell him, hey, I say, hey, my name's Jesse. I go by Brother Jeff, aka Brother Jethro from Massimo Heads for Trump, the loud minority within the silent majority. And I left that on the voicemail too, and went on a little bit. He was like, oh, well, hey, I know exactly who you are. And then he actually started talking about what I had left in the message. I was like, wow. He goes, you're not gonna believe this. I literally listened to that message right before I left. I'm like, that's awesome. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. And, since then, we did the 4th of July gig. I did the Paquette. I'm saying that right? I did his gig. And, I've gone to meet a lot of people. And I want y'all's opinion because a lot of you guys out there I really do respect. And you're part of this party. I want to know what you think about me running against Neal. Because, I'm run unopposed. Listen, I don't care if you don't outwardly endorse me. You feel like that's going to be too much political credit to use, too much political capital for whatever reason. Listen, I'm running not as, somebody running from something. I'm running as somebody that I'm going to run on exactly who I am. I'm the most authentic person you're going to meet because I'm going to tell you how to help the homeless. You know why? Because I've been homeless. I'm going to tell you how to help the addicted. Why? Because I've been addicted. I'm going to tell you how to help, somebody who's been beaten half to death. At least if I can't, I'm going to try to steer you in the right direction and have a policy that's aimed in that direction, because at the end of the day, we're all Americans. And what I see the left doing to this country, our forefathers are not just rolling in their graves, they're bawling their eyes out. Their blood, sweat, and tears that they sacrificed for us to be here and live the way we do right now. And we're all about to lose that. It's all about to be gone. Hey, you got Biden. He's just completely, he's destroying the country on purpose. How else could you possibly look at that? Right away, open up the border, get rid of the title that, kept the Remain in Mexico policy. Forget about that. So have every terrorist in the world come through. We've got most of 30 and 40-year-old men and military-age men coming through that border from 141 different countries. That's ludicrous. How do you have any sovereignty? And how is that not an invasion? You tell me how that's not an invasion. You don't think China's taking, advantage of that and sending over troops? Oh, no, I'm not saying they're sending over troops in the camouflage and the helmets and the guns. No, they're sending over troops that look like tourists. Why not? They can get any gun they want in this country. Black market. Anyway, go. But, of course, you guys all want to take law-abiding gun owners' guns away from them. So they can't protect against these. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows what's going on, And I know a lot of people want to say a lot more than they do. And some do. A lot do. I love listening to Jim Jordan speak. Or Green. She's awesome too. Marjorie Green. Well, I love hearing him speak. Johnson, like hearing him speak too. There's a lot of people. Rand Paul too. Sometimes he drives me nuts too. But again, there are a lot of patriots out there. But we're going to lose this country if people do not stop fighting back. And not only physically. I'm not talking about going out and doing what Antifa's doing. I'm not talking about, hopefully not talking about defending yourself like Rittenhouse did, because that's what he did. We shouldn't have to get to that point. We should be uniting as a country, and we're not. So I'll be happy, more than happy, to become cannon fodder for the cause. Because at the end of the day, there's a good chance I could win. And more people will get to know me, and it'll be great from my music, because I'll eventually be able to get it out there. But there's nothing else I can do right now. My job is gone. I started a business right before COVID. I sold my first bar. I was refurbishing wood from furniture, floors, and building bars. I sold my very first one, $500. Actually, kind of looks like a judge's, And went to the liquor store up the street. The one of that Dan, Dave, one or two. I know his name is either Dan or Dave. I'm horrible with names. People worse at spelling them. But I've had a hard, rough life. I grew up in the projects, single parent, disabled mother, mentally disabled brother. Father was an alcoholic, loved me to death, loved him, but just really never there. I had a hard life going through residential, foster homes, being out on my own. I've even been on my own since I was 12 years old. Homeless off and on for many years, And it's one thing to have a place to live, but you can have a place to live and still be homeless still. I know, because I've been there. And, I'm slept on a park bench too. I'm at a point in my life for the last 10 years where I've been putting my life together so much that I'm at a point where I want to serve my country now. Listen, 8 years ago I was homeless. I bought this house. 8 years, look down, like 5 years later I bought the house. It was 3 years ago. But I own my own house now. I was doing great. I had everything lining up for me. I was doing what I love to do, my music. I was, making money. At a house, beautiful fiance. We didn't know we were going to have a baby, but that's how we have a baby. I love him to death. It's awesome. I want a future for this kid, and I will do whatever it takes. And if this is what it takes, I want to do it. Because I want to show America that no political party owns this country. The people own this country. We own this country. They're there to represent us. And when they become the ruling class only, they're not us anymore, we become slaves. And that's what's happening through absolute power. Because that's what's happening, absolute power. Freedom died quiet in the halls of power. And it's dying every single day, I'm not one of the guys that's going to sit there and be quiet. If I see a candidate, I'm not a candidate, I don't care if they're Congress, Senator, whatever. If they're saying something racist, just because they're black, I'm still going to call them racist. I'm going to call them what they are, racist. If I see some AOC saying something that's so whacked out that not even a 5-year-old would believe it, I'm going to call her out on that, I don't care, because our country's at stake. And I've always loved this country, because where else can you play metal music? Where else can you listen to metal? Some countries you can't. China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran. But at the end of the day, I want to come home. Maybe I'll win. Maybe I'll actually get elected. maybe I'll serve 2 or 4 years. After 4 years, I hope that'll help introduce a bill that'll put term limits in there, so I wouldn't be able to serve more than 4 years. There shouldn't be Nancy Pelosi, a career politician, should not become a millionaire off the backs of the taxpayers. She just bought a $25 million home. Are you freaking serious? It's just mind blowing to me, So that's what I'd like to do, because at the end of those 4 years, I just want to go home and be me, be that father that I need to be, whether invent technology, musician, singer. I want to be out there, hopefully doing it for a living, and I want to be free to be able to do that. I don't want to have to sit there and say, I'm living in a medical security state. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. And that's what we've become, Everybody sits there, and I want you politicians, you poll watchers now, to remember 2020, there's an awful lot of cheating going on. Things were not legal, and they still got away with it. So you need to be on the cheat on this 2022. I'll tell you one thing, if I'm running, I'll be all over that cheat, because I'll spy myself on the polling stations if I have to. I don't know if that's legal, but you know what I'm saying. I will make sure that one person, one vote, and that's it. End it. Voter ID, you need it. And come on, how are you gonna? I can't even go into the buildings I work in unless I have an ID. I couldn't get in the World Trade Center in Boston without an ID. I couldn't get into Heinz. I couldn't get into BCEC. I can't get into Gillette or Fenway without an ID. I need an ID to get into any of those places. So how is it that you're racist for asking these people that are minorities to have a voter ID? How are you racist? Right? They can't get an ID? Do you really think that low of them, they can't get an ID? Because it's patronizing and it's demeaning to them and to me, to hearing it, because you people are disgusting when I hear that. I'm sorry. It's just, and I ain't got no problem saying that. I say it right to your face. And I have no problem with that. But unlike I was when I was 20 or 30 years old, I use all kind of profanities and vulgarities. I want to remain calm, tell it like it is, and run for office and hopefully humiliate the crap out of this guy. He was a teacher. That was his claim to fame before becoming a politician, a high school teacher. I want to school him. I'm going to school him if you guys give me the chance. And I do want you to know that I will always vote with the GOP Patriot Party, not the rhinos, not the establishment, not the special interests, not the unions. And as long as they are voting for the people that they represent, which right now, absolutely. I mean, I've met Paquette and Dale, and these two guys are amazing. I've actually gotten a little bit to talk to a little bit more to Jeffrey Paquette. I mean, this guy is just second to only Trump on policies and view. And he's an amazing. He's going to make an amazing congressman. And I really, really hope that that happens sooner than later. I wish the election was like 2 months away. Dale, I think he's going to make a great governor too. I mean, Polito, gone, please. We can't have her. Baker, look what he's doing. He's destroying the state police. Why? Because they don't want state police. They got their little private security, whatever. They want to destroy what they rule. And I don't get that. I never got that. Why do you want to destroy what you rule? Why do you want to watch these people suffer? Oh, I know. That's right. To not let a good disaster go to waste politically. I mean, these are the things that at the end of the night, when I got home, if I did, I don't think I could look myself in the freaking mirror. And I don't know how y'all that do. So, on that note, you know, I've had more to say. I will say one more thing. I've been up for a long time trying to figure out how to do this. And I'm extremely tired because the only time I have to do this is when the baby's sleeping. And the baby don't sleep that long because he's got the worst case of colic. It's been driving us nuts. And but I love him. If I gotta be in there every 15, 20 minutes, I'll be in there every 15, 20 minutes. But I wanted to get this out there. I wanted to be as authentic as I can be, just being me, telling you how I feel and what I want to do. And I know I can make this state proud, and I know I can make my fellow GOP patriots proud as well. You know, listen, I used to go into work every day, super tired. I had a property, not just I do freelance, but I Neal Sheridan. It was just me and the director for Event Technologies over there, and it was a suit and tie job. You know, I made it look good though. You know, well, I have a $10,000 wardrobe. I paid a couple $100 for it. Why? Went to the thrift store, but I look good. I'm wearing Armani. I was wearing, you know, Versace. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on clothes that's not exactly who I am. But I'll play the part. Play the part anytime, anywhere. Because I clean up well. And I have no problem dressing and acting the way I have to. Turn I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue tied right now, too. Y'all's trust into helping me make Massachusetts great again. Because after we make Massachusetts great again, and Trump makes America great again, y'all can help me make metal great again. And hopefully you'll do that before. So, the first song on the CD is what I'm going to leave you all with while I actually put my, my everyday clothes on and get out of this. So, it's called Kids at Play, and it's basically about kids being in mask all day long. There's a little commentary in it now that's not in the recording, which is awesome. But if you want a CD, get on Messenger, let me know. Meet up with you, and you know, it's donations to 10 or more. But I mean, obviously, if you didn't have the money, you're laid off, or you know, and you really loved the CD and you wanted it. Of course, I'd give you the CD. I wouldn't have an issue with that. So, reach out to me. Let me know. Let me know what you think. And on that note, the song's called Kids at Play. I love you all. Peace. It's a heavy metal piece. These are not double horns. I love you all.
Into their eyes, what do you see? Do their masks keep you away from the hell they flee? When you look into their heart, how can you see? future locks and past, the future's betrayed. You sell their last breaths, the devil is paid. You've sold them your soul, and he wants it today. Now you take it away. How long again to play? They take their mask off today. How long again to play? Why do you betray? What all these kids wanna do is play. They take their mask off today. All of the kids to play. Won't you go away? Go and let these kids play. They take their mask off today. Why do you betray? All these kids wanna do is play. They take their mask off today. All of the kids to won't you go away? Why let these kids play? They take their mask off today.
You know, at the end of the day, we all just want to let our hand down, be surrounded by the people we love, doing the things we love, and being free. And that's what I'm all about, and that's what I want this country to stay. Because I will fight for this country to remain free, and I will always be a true patriot. Because no other country in the world is as great as America. And by the way, this here is an old, it's a religious thing. You're blessed this way. It's cursed if you purchase somebody. But it's been mistaken in heavy metal as the devil horns for many years. Ronnie James Dio did it because his grandmother used to do it to people to bless them. So, little history lesson in there. Love history. If you were looking on my blazer, I got a Nixon Now pin. Give you an idea. I'm wearing eagles, earrings, necklaces. I'm very patriotic, and my patriotism, my common sense, and my ability to know how to navigate through so many problems that so many people have in life that I can then give a hand to come up with policies to make better. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about, we're all brothers and sisters. We're all here. We should all love each other. And let the left spew as much hate as they can towards me. I don't care. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. Let them say what they want. I want to run, and I'm going to win. If you give me a chance, let me win your vote. After that, I love you all. Peace again. Out.